At 6, the government has just published its plans to override part of the Brexit agreement involving trade rules for Northern Ireland, insisting it's not breaking international law. Ministers want to make it easier for some goods to move between Britain and Northern Ireland, but the changes will be without the EU's agreement.
Not a big deal. We can fix it in such a way as to remove those bureaucratic barriers, but without putting up barriers on trade moving north-south in the island of Ireland.
It's disgraceful. It does nothing to serve the interests of the people here. It flies in the face of an international agreement which he himself negotiated.
We'll have all the latest developments also on the programme tonight. Appeal court judges rule the first flight to take asylum seekers to Rwanda can take off tomorrow. Fears for the UK economy as figures show it shrank in April for the second month in a row. A judge rules that treatment should stop for this 12-year-old boy who's been in a coma since he was found unconscious at his home. And how a British athlete picked up a pen during lockdown and landed himself at the prestigious Royal Academy Summer Exhibition.
Let's look north in half an hour's time. A court hears a teenage boy died after being beaten and whipped during a campaign of torture by his mother and her partner. And a group who survived child sexual abuse at a Yorkshire priest training school meet the Pope.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC News at 6. The government has just published legislation to change Northern Ireland's post-Brexit trading arrangements, a move the EU says may breach international law. The proposals seek to override parts of the existing protocol agreed with the EU in 2020, which allows for extra checks on some goods moving across the Irish Sea. It's been a source of discontent for unionists who see it as an internal border within the UK. But today, the government published legislation that could change these arrangements, including a green lane with no checks for goods destined to stay in Northern Ireland, while goods heading into the EU across the Irish border would face red lane checks. The Foreign Secretary Liz Truss insisted the move would protect the EU single market and would leave the EU no worse off. Our political editor, Chris Mason, has sent this report. Now, for the last time in this studio, I'll tell you why in a moment, here is Matt Taylor.
Ooh, the suspense.
I know.
I've got a little teaser of my own as well, Sophie. We've been waiting for a bit of summer heat, and there is some on the way. Not for everyone, admittedly, but through the rest of this week, heat and also humidity is going to be building across the country, probably peaking around Friday. That heat at the moment is across Spain and Portugal. Temperatures here over the next few days around 44 degrees. This chart shows how that compares with the norm for the time of year. The red colours showing well above average. Notice how they creep their way northwards, and all of the UK see temperatures at or above average for some by around 10 degrees by the time we hit Friday. What does that mean temperature-wise? Well, maybe up to around 30, 31 degrees across parts of the Midlands, East Anglia, the South East. Warm across much of England and Wales. Scotland, Northern Ireland, always a little bit cooler. And that's because throughout this week, like we've got tonight and into tomorrow, we've got weather fronts very close by, bringing a bit more cloud and a little bit of rain at times. But it does mean tonight, these are where the mildest conditions will be, with that cloud and breeze in place. Still a few spots of rain here and there. Isolated shower further south to begin with, but most of that will fade away. Clearest of skies tonight will be across central Western England and Wales. And it's here, actually, it's going to be quite a fresh night, cooler than last night. Temperatures down to around 4 or 5 degrees for the morning. But here, good deal of sunshine around to start with. Sunny spells for much of England and Wales. Small chance of a shower in Northern England. Always more cloud tomorrow. Scotland, Northern Ireland, bring in a few showers here and there. The bulk of them will be across the Highlands and Islands, where it'll still be quite breezy through the day. Temperatures in the mid-teens. But across England and Wales, temperatures starting to creep up, maybe mid-20s for 1 or 2 as we finish Tuesday afternoon. There is a consequence, though. The pollen levels have been pretty high recently, and they're going to be very high again across England and Wales as we go through tomorrow and indeed for Wednesday. A little bit more cloud, though, across some western areas on Wednesday. But the cloud's still likely to bring some showers across western Scotland, Northern Ireland, and by that stage, 27 the high in the southeast corner. That heat and humidity, as I said, peaks on Friday.
Matt, thank you very much. So that is all from the BBC News at 6, and that is all from us here in this studio, because tomorrow we will be in our brand new studio here at Broadcasting House. In fact, Hugh Edwards will be there tonight at 10 for the first time, so do join him then. Now, though, the news where you are. Goodbye.